हेलो, गुड इवनिंग, वेलकम, सुस्वागतम, स्वागत है आपका आज के इस 44th एक्सपर्ट टॉक लाइव सेशन में. सो थैंक यू अगेन फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन. Do like us, do follow us, do subscribe our YouTube channel, press the bell icon for the regular updates. So uh, this is now season of festivals. अगस्त का महीना है, फेस्टिवल्स की सीजन है. सो I'm sure you are enjoying your festivals and everything. And Monday is our 75th इंडिपेंडेंस डे, जो हम अभी सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, आज़ादी का अमृतोत्सव. और अभी कैंपेन भी चल रहा है, हर घर तिरंगा. सो लेट्स celebrate the spirit of this festival. And today, as you know, today our expert will be Nirali Shah, who will speak on self-management for better work management. So let us invite our expert and let us hear more from her about today's topic. Yes, Nirali, welcome.
Hi everybody, how are you guys? Hello Vipul, good to see you.
Yeah, yeah. Good evening. Thank you for accepting our invitation.
You're welcome. It's so good to connect with
Yeah,
you again.
thank you so much.
So, where are we going today?
So, as you know, today's topic is self-management for better work management. So,
Yes.
we will be, getting more from you about this topic.
Okay. So, should I begin with a little introduction of mine?
So, please, before that, audience, let us welcome our speaker of the day, Nirali Shah. Let us give a warm welcome to her. Like us, follow us, and do invite your friends and family also on this expert talk show. Do participate, do ask your live questions. We'll be happy to answer them. So, let us start the session, Nirali, with your introduction. Please let us know more about you, something which we don't know about you, and please.
Okay. So, once again, I'm Nirali Shah, and you can jump to the next slide. Basically, as the title of this slide says, that invest in your happiness. So, my overall journey of 20 years is with human growth and helping people empower with more joy, more happiness, more success, more brilliance, whatever they are holding inside, whatever they are born with. So I'm an internationally certified practitioner, energy healer, life mentor, an intuitive, an oracle card reader, and I've been working since last 20 years with unborn child to a young entrepreneur to mothers to leaders of the organization to make their lives better in whichever area of their life where they want to be more, they want to be better. I help them transform, transmute in a more beautiful way. So some of my recent activities that I offer are my personal sessions, which is a one-to-one mentoring, which is different from a therapy or a consultation or counseling. My Another activity would be monthly meditations, one of which is today evening at 9 p.m. If you're interested, you can log into all events or my Facebook and get information. My one of the best and favorite part of what I do at the moment is the Philosopher's Stone book club, which is my book club, a very unique book club, and we take a different books that are the best-selling books in the world, and we take an inner journey with the wisdom of the book and use that in the 12 sessions We use that information in our daily life, so that is another thing. And then I offer various workshops that helps people transform and transmute their limitations, their belief systems, so that they can be better. So these are the things. And apart from that, I'm not a very much a social media person, but I have a YouTube channel called Alchemy of Being, where I keep different interactions on various topics that inspire me to come and talk about, or some stories that help me inspire. So at all you feel interested, you can log in, you can go to my YouTube channel, Alchemy of Being, and see if something there inspires you and directs you in a different way to look at yourself and your life differently. Right. So let's jump into today's topic. These are some of my clients' testimonials, so you can, rewind and you can look into it whenever you have time. Yeah, Vipul. So what is?
Yes, Nirali, that was amazing, short and crispy introduction with a lot of testimonials from your clients, and it was amazing. Yeah. So let us start the topic. Please give us overview of today's topic. How few more details about today's topic. Yeah.
So the topic's title is Better Self-Management for Better Work Management. So let's start with the first question, which is what is self-management? And to actually get to understand self-management, I want to ask you a question, Vipul, and today's conversation is going to be interactive. So I want you to, also have,
Yes.
an equal participation with me. So what is self to you?
For me, self is being natural, being what I am, expressing my emotions, my thoughts, my likes, dislikes, being natural. That is what I feel is myself.
Perfect. So what consists of self is that thoughts, which is mind, emotions, feelings, behavior, your health, your body. And with all of this together is where we decide the course of our life and course of our action. When it comes to any kind of a work management, handling a routine, family life, work life, our mind, our thoughts, our emotions, our behavior, our health, all of this together makes a self. Now when we say self management is where it includes all of this managed well, to be able to say that this is a self managed, well self managed person. Now let's understand this example with this. Uh, with a lot of work, you end up buying a beautiful car, a BMW, or maybe a Mercedes or something. Now, what makes your car work, Vipul? This is my question to you, so I wanted to respond.
So it makes me work if I'm using it. अगर इट्स अगर प्रॉपर यूटिलाइजेशन हो रहा है, फैमिली के साथ आउटिंग हो रहा है, बिजनेस मीट्स हो रही है कार को लेके, देन इट्स उसका प्रॉपर यूटिलाइजेशन हो रहा है. अगर वो गैरेज में या बेसमेंट में पड़ी रहेगी, देन दैट उसका कोई यूटिलाइजेशन नहीं है. दैट इज व्हाट आई फील.
Perfect. So to make the car run well, that there should be gas or petrol in the tanki. The brake should be working well. Gear oil, the engine itself has to be functioning well for the car on the road. And at all, as the owner of the car, we are so aware that if there is any crazy noise or any disturbance or any disalignment of any of these main aspects, the car is going to give you back time. So if you're a beautiful road trip, that if your car is not well, it is going to make you stuck somewhere on the road, or waste your time, the entire tow truck, and pull it somewhere, and the entire routine or entire plan is disturbed. It's going haywire, and that's not fun. Yeah, so we are very much own a car means also to maintain where everything aligned before we actually put it out there to use it. The same way, the way we value our car, one of the question is that do we value ourself, our mind, our emotion, our thoughts, and if there is anything in misalignment, automatically it is going to reflect in our work life or in our family life or in our personal goals. Now how would that affect on our personal life or in our work life? Let's take one or two examples from the industry. If a mind or emotion or any of these aspects are not well placed, then how are we affecting in our life?
Yeah, so if it will not work, then definitely outcome कम हो जाएगा, प्रोडक्टिविटी कम हो जाएगी, एट द एंड ऑफ द डे स्ट्रेस क्रिएट होगा, आपके लिए स्ट्रेस क्रिएट होगा, आपके कलीग्स के लिए स्ट्रेस क्रिएट होगा, आपके बॉसेस के लिए स्ट्रेस क्रिएट होगा, आपकी वाइफ को मतलब एक एनवायरनमेंट सेटिस्फैक्टरी एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट नहीं होगा एट द एंड ऑफ द डे. या या
Yeah,
या योर
perfect.
वॉइस इज
That
नॉट
was
ऑडिबल. या
that's exactly, yeah. That's exactly what happens. That your productivity goes down, the performance go down. We end up losing our targets. Like we keep setting, we keep planning on our calendar that somewhere we are not able to meet them on. So to just the way we said that the car requires all the ingredients in place. Same way, mind, emotion, and your health are the three things. When a well self managed person is handling all these things in place, automatically the work life improves, the performance improves. So one thing that I want to take into all our viewers and all those who are watching us is that what really distract us from having a well managed life or a well organized work life. Maybe would you like to give one or two example of what what really distracts people actually attending to their mind's requirements, their emotions requirements, and their personal requirements?
Yeah, so there are many things like social media, peer pressures, the peer pressure, social media. That is what comes in top of my mind. That creates a lot of restrictions and that creates a lot of comparisons, and we lost our originality, and we uh, run into rush में एकदम भीड़ की चाल में हम भी चले जाते हैं, लॉस्ट आर जेन्यून जो स्पिरिट होता है वो लॉस कर देते हैं. एंड अल्टीमेटली हर एक का एक कैलिबर होता है, हर एक का एक स्पिरिट होता है, हर एक का एक आउटकम होता है, तो वो नेचुरलिटी लॉस हो जाती है और कहीं ना कहीं उससे ये जो सिचुएशन क्रिएट होती है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है.
Absolutely, Vipul. You described it so well. So now also let's look into how a well self person looks like. So is it exactly opposite to what you just said, but I'm just going to give a little. So one of the thing a well self managed person is like, he has or she has better clarity in work, who organize and plan the work well, has a lot of clarity in meeting the timeline, in goals that she has set, is self enthusiastic, motivated. Like it बाहर के किसी पर्सन को उनको वो सेल्फ मोटिवेट नहीं करना पड़ता है, वो सेल्फ मोटिवेटेड होते हैं टू योर गोल्स. लाइक मॉर्निंग में उठ के दे डोंट हैव टू फील कि भाई अरे आज ऑफिस जाना पड़ेगा, इतना काम है, ये ये challenge है जो handle कर रहे हैं, they self motivated, they know there is challenge, but I know how I'm going to, come through it. We as a team are going to come. So, this is one of the characteristics. Another thing is that a person is well aligned personal goals, project goals, and organization's goals. So, know, obviously, anybody in a profession, in a job, is because the person wants in life, has some personal goals, that the person wants to achieve, the kind of lifestyle that he wants to have, or the kind of lifestyle he wants to give family. So there are personal goals. So that is real, and it doesn't change with any of the distraction from social media or competition, jealousy, or work politics. Same. There is no, pulling away and giving up on these personal goals. Two, this person is, because personal goals, it is very easy for that person to also align to the project's goals and the performance that he gives, because that organization and this project is going to help him achieve his personal goals. Automatically this person knows how to easily prioritize. So we're looking into the benefits of a well self-managed person, because when we know it is where we will even take a step into that direction, or if we are already taking step in that direction, something missing, then we can spot it, and we're like, okay, fine, now how do we change that, and how we improve in this direction. So easily prioritize his work life, because the person has so much clarity. The person will know where to not get with negative thought processes, or work related politics, or any sort of undesirable tasks that come in the way. Like sometimes I know a lot of people who just because they feel very distracted, and they don't know how to say no to people. They just keep saying, yeah, okay, fine, I'll do it, whether it is work, whether it is family, and ultimately they get into an immense amount of stress, where they don't have time for themselves, they don't have time for family, and also they miss out on their actual professional targets. So this person is courageous enough to say no to things where it is not coming in their immediate priorities. And one of the biggest priorities this person knows is me, myself. Because if I am stuck, I do not have a luxurious car, or a luxurious house, or a good targets that I'm planning to achieve with my family, with their future. So the person is very very clear, and that's why the person is self-aware in recognizing, with a single-minded determination, that um, where I stand, what are my strengths and weaknesses, and these are the exercises that as you being in that chat for so long, being in touch with many companies and organizations, uh, there are parameters in measuring employees and workers performances, where they actually you actually look into where they're going, and how this person can be helped, where they were better and now their strengths and weaknesses are they're losing out on it, and how organization can support them. So this person knows, is self-aware without outside factor, self-aware that okay, this is something where I'm finding myself going weak. It's like if you've met with a fracture, you know that you cannot use that leg. You're going to require some rest, and you're going to take that rest so that you can run after you've repaired. So that's a temporary weakness, but then that what is it that you're going to require to improve so that you can run. Yeah, and the mind and this emotion, these are the things, your spirit, your enthusiasm, your clarity of mind, these are the things that really helps you to plan your goals, plan your your stepping stones on the road to success. So this person is very clear, prioritizing himself first, or herself first, his health, his mental clarity, and also his emotional clutter. And in the today's world, we cannot say that we are immune to stress or worries or negativity. Wherever we go, we are going to meet it. The only way is, how when COVID came, we found a vaccine to it, so that we can keep it away. We can be strengthened from inside, and so that we don't give in to the way of life. The same way, how we can you know uh, expand our world, our mind, our emotions, so that we do not have to give in to the world's negativity. And the moment you open newspaper or Facebook or whatever that is, somewhere there is something going on which is going to put your morale down, your enthusiasm down. You are going to start comparing your achievements with somebody else's achievement, and this is a place where a self-managed person knows that, uh, okay, I've gone down, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling weak, and I'm going to rise from it. And that choice literally takes the person to, you know, move to the higher dimension. It's not like every leader, and that every leader didn't, wasn't successful from the day one. They continue to make themselves strong. And Steve Jobs, Dhirubhai Ambani, even people like Mahatma Gandhi or Chhatrapati Shivaji, these are the leaders who had people guiding them to become better all the time. They knew that my responsibility is handling so many things, so many people, so many people looking up at me, and so I'm going to require somebody who's going to give me an added view, uh, so that I am constantly finding my strength. I'm not giving in and I'm not giving up on myself, so that I can handle all of them. So self management is a skill. It is not something that, oh, we have to get it so that we can be successful. It's just like all the other skills. It's a skill. Second thing is, if a person is really able to manage himself with his mind, with his thought, with his behavior, with his emotions, automatically, naturally, the person will know how to handle his team well. So anybody who's coming from the position of manager, director, CEO, who has bigger responsibility of handling so many people on the daily basis, somebody who's a lawyer, somebody who's a doctor, managing people, their negativity, their difficulties, their emotional issues, it'll be very easy, because you've resolved your difficulties. Automatically that, okay, I'm stepping in, and so I can help other person step in. So self-management person's characteristic. Now, do you have any question in here, or I can move to the next part?
Yeah, good to go. So far, you've cleared all the. Yeah.
Cool, thank you. So let's move to the other question, which is, what distracts us from being able to manage ourselves well? Now, one of the biggest belief systems that, it's a program, like how we have different viruses running, that enter into our system, and destroys, crashes our most important files. The same way, there are some programs that we have kind of picked up from here and there, that says that if you prioritize yourself, then it is a selfishness. Now I want you to look into the example of the car. Is it wrong to maintain your car? Is it wrong to give it a timely service? Because you know that why you're doing it, your why is clear, and so you know that this is going to give me a good mileage, this is going to give me a good performance, and this is worth my investment. Now, again, my question is, are you prioritizing yourself and giving yourself enough value to maintain yourself, your mind, your emotion, your spirit, your enthusiasm well? And when you value yourself more than your car, is where you will be able to actually stop yourself from distracting into anything else. And even if the distraction enters, you will bring yourself back, because there will be an awareness. You will come back. So what distracts? One of the the belief system that it is being selfish to prioritize myself. That is one of the biggest distraction. Secondly, we have this idea that if I give myself priority, I might miss out on um, this priority and that priority. Now, many times I work with clients who who come and say that there were days where we didn't come for the meditation, or we didn't come for the personal stretching, whatever works for them. Different tools, I work with different tools. But when it becomes too much for them to handle themselves, what happens is that they just keep going round and round in the thought process of, oh, I want to finish this, I want to finish this, but they go nowhere in action. Now this is a time where they say, now we have realized that every time we come to ourselves, we prioritize ourselves, we relax our mind, automatically our work, every like 1 hour or 1.5 hour, whatever we given to ourselves, we automatically are able to finish our task faster than just going round and round in the thought process and worrying that I'm not finishing my targets. So it's not a waste of time when you're giving yourself time. So self-care is something that is this becoming a requirement. It is a new normal, and it is a new trend in the present days. So that's something that you're not being wrong if you're giving yourself that 1 hour. uh, uh, and I'm going to give you some which are other ways which you can uh, you know you can give yourself that. I hope okay, I think I thought I lost you. Okay, so uh, other thing is looking into okay, in the present days there are many health issues. If you go to a doctor, he would, and after going through all the reports and this and that, the doctor will ultimately come to a conclusion that yeah, आप stress में हो, just work on your stress, and the rest of the aches and issues, and you don't feel like doing this and that, all of that will be solved. So stress is one of the biggest, you could say, virus. I call it virus. That literally has a capacity. If okay, with that I would also add that little stress is good. It really helps you to achieve your goals. A little stress, it really pushes you, to stretches you to be more. That's good. A stretch that is going uh, and taking you into negativity, into low energy. Now that is a stress that we need to look at. So the first thing is that detoxing your stress is becoming very important. And in the present days, in big organizations, they are planning regular activities, like they have a gym, they have probably a game zone where they can go, like the employees can go and play. But if these are not the facilities available to you, doesn't mean that you can't do it. So uh, so there are couple of things that is coming to me which I would add to. One is stress detox. That is one of the important thing. And why is because, okay, let's understand this with an example. If you keep downloading a lot of files and information, photographs and documents in your phone, even if it is a high performing phone, what happens to your phone?
Yeah, memory will, get memory will be full, and speed will get slow. Performance will be reduced.
Exactly. Even with a phone, just we know about our phone, a very high performing valuable phone with a good RAM and good space. Even with all that, when we keep downloading and we don't delete it, we don't, it is, even a high performing phone will feel like slow phone, or it will give it will give a lot of discomfort. It'll stop you from actually receiving a new file. So at that moment we know that it's important for me clear my phone. But what about our mind? We have no tools, or we are not taught those tools to, so where we learn that how to detox. In Indian culture, typically many are aware that meditation is one of the way. There are many different breathing exercises, breathing tools that actually helps you to declutter. I too teach one of the 15-minute technique in my Change Your Life workshop, where the person can learn that tool, and within 15 minutes, sitting in the office or whichever workplace or at home, wherever they are sitting in the car, they can just perform this tool to declutter their mind, like lawyers who learned that just before they are about to address a bigger case in their in the day. They just practice this and then they go and they perform. So it is very important to declutter. Now this is one tool, but there are many. Which one works for you? But never stop or ignore your stress, because when we know that something is creating an issue, and then we keep taking it with ourselves to the next day, to the next month, to the next year, to the next many years, it is simply going to bring your enthusiasm down. So the choice is whether you're going to keep performing better, or you're going to, as move forward in your um, in your area, in your path of success, in your achievements, you you choose to be better, or you choose to deteriorate and go down, and somewhere blame yourself that I had these goals, I had these dreams, but I, because of my health issue and because of my personal issues, or because of something as silly as stress, I couldn't achieve it. Why give ourselves a reason when you can actually detox, simply detox your past clutter? So that is one. um, Third thing is that looking after your health. So something which is very very um, simple as going for a walk, 15 minutes, 20 minutes out in the nature, or wherever you feel, wherever your body feels happy, you know that also sometimes, when you go out like that, being with yourself, it really adds so much new energy and inspiration, and not with a clutter in mind. See, we have cleared the clutter. Now you're with yourself, and now you're going out for a walk. Sometimes when you're doing a simple activity like that, some new solution will come in. It will just pop in, because when you are in the most relaxed place, new ideas come in. When your mind is cluttered, solutions don't come. It keeps you in confusion. And also, if there is a new idea, a new business idea, or a new dream that now you can achieve, it will not have space to come in. So keeping some physical activity like a game or gym or walk really 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 can add to your self, uh, to your health as well, because your body requires to function well for you to be able to manage your work, your family life. um, Third thing is that having a little some hobby, something that you loved doing as a child or as a young person, which you gave up because you grew up, and you now you're the leader of certain organization, or now you have family, you don't have time for this silly things. Hobby is hobby, and that's what we were told as by our parents, that if you are studying, don't focus on art or singing. But now this time is coming back. It is a time of having more of a holistic um, you know um, holistic lifestyle, basically. So some hobby, whether it was art, whether it was just listening to good music, 15 minutes, maybe, if not on the daily basis, then maybe once in a week, once in a 15 days. Like when I run this book club, Philosopher's Stone book club, I have so many people coming in because they loved reading books, but all by themselves, if they are finding it difficult to just pay that give themselves that time. But when you're part of the book club, automatically it kind of adds not only to the growth journey, not only to that their vision of life towards themselves, but automatically, they're connecting to that lost part of themselves, and that lost child, that lost part of themselves have so many creative ideas. Creativity comes from that little child that is hiding inside you. So keeping a hobby is very, very important. If you do find interesting, and if you love, do you can join for guided meditations, um, having healthy social circle. Like, we have different circle. One is a business circle, another is a relatives, fun friend. Also one healthy circle where you feel inspired, motivated, where people are non-judgmental. Now, it's possible to not that difficult, but you may really require to find that part of you, that which is that circle that gives me that kind of that kind of an environment, because nurturance is is a very big part of self management. So that anything that you want to add before we move to the next?
Yeah, so far we are going good. We can cover one question from the audience, which is like by Mita Ghosh. She's asking that what is the fear of failure?
Okay, so that's actually a good question, which kind of also connects to say. So I'll definitely respond to that. So fear itself is something. It's a very large topic, but I would definitely respond to in terms of work management. Many times we are not able, or we do not take up an initiative or a task, or we are afraid of completing a certain task, because somewhere the back of our mind, we have this emotion or a belief system that if I did it and if I get rejected, then I wouldn't find myself worthy. I wouldn't feel good about it. And so, with that fear running in the back of your subconscious, you sometimes end up, taking those, out of the box steps in your work. And sometimes you end up just, you just do continue to do those, small limited things instead of stepping outside the box. Yeah. Now, these the idea of failure or rejection, these are something that runs behind the fear of failure. Somewhere I would add that it runs deep, somewhere in the psychology of a childhood, where we perhaps fail for the first time in something. It could be just trying to learn a cycle, or probably the first time when we fail in one subject in exam, or we didn't perform that good in compared to other students in the class, and we were not welcomed or appreciated at that moment. Now, what happened in the past is in the past, but because of that, you stop yourself in the present moment to not go towards your dreams. Now, that is something where I would say you can actually take a choice, make a choice, whether you want to keep your past and that fear, or you would like to change. If you have an intention and strong desire that yes, whatever happened in the past, I recognize I have this fear to fail, or feel rejected, um, then you can actually take steps and reprogram this fear of failure, fear of rejection, whatever that may be. And then there are many various um, you know characteristics of what failure looks like. But then there are some things that I would like to help you with, to recognize how the symptoms of fear of failure looks like. So one of the thing is, anxiety when something shows up in front of you, any work project, any deadline, you automatically, even before the project has begun, you automatically get into the anxiety. Yeah, then sometimes you start avoiding the task that you're meant to finish, or you delay the targets, and this happens continuously. This underlying fear of failure. Sometimes you feel loss of control on your thoughts, on your emotions. You feel the moment you sit with that task, um, lot of negativity shows up about self, about how you will never meet it. Now that is something where instead of going into why this is happening to me, okay, this is happening to me, how can I change it, and take steps. And this doesn't require one, if one is preventive steps before things go out of hand. It is possible to just solve it with little bit of mentoring. It doesn't require you to go into therapy or medication. So let's change the idea and understanding of therapy and counseling and the psychological issue. It's not that. It's simply that you when the moment you add a new perspective to what you're already doing, a little more strength, and cleansing that clutter, automatically you will find a totally new energy to move forward in the same task. And I have hundreds of examples, like people have touched the bottom, rock bottom, and then they have risen, and the only thing they've done is they focused on their mind, their thoughts, and their emotions, and whatever that was coming in the way, belief system that was coming in the way, the programs, the past failures that were coming in the way. You just continue to reprogram it, and they're like they're out there creating 3-4 businesses, and they're really happy with their life, and they know that the moment I begin to go into that limitation or begin to feel that low, I know the only thing I have to do is raise my vibration, you know change that program, change that belief system, or just simply de-stress myself. So things like that. So these are some of the symptoms of fear of failure. Apart from that, fast heartbeat, dizziness when you face the issue, sweating, and sometimes the digestive issues that we face, that for which we are undertaking a lot of medication. Sometimes that also is caused by the fear of failure. So some emotional issue can also have effect on your health. Anything else that I could respond?
Yes, Mita. Hopefully we have covered your question. So the next question, one of the last question of the session is, what are the techniques to make your inner soul strong?
Okay. So when we're talking about inner soul strong, that means we are addressing to the spirit. And this is from, it's the spirit. When the spirit is out of the body, there is no life. Yeah. So the most important part, the one that runs this life, the one that is an electrical energy to everything that you are creating in your life, whether it is a family or business, success, medals, achievements, it's because there is spirit. To handle the spirit, I've already spoken. The first thing is that handle your mind, because even if you have a strong spirit but your mind is weak, you will go nowhere. Or if your mind is stressed, it'll still impact on the spirit. Two, have a stronger emotional strength. And there is an entire concept of EQ. There is an IQ and there is EQ. So EQ is something that deals with emotional quotient, and especially people who deal maximum with people, like HR leaders. They require to have a stronger EQ. So if you are very sorted in your emotion, automatically it's very easy for you to spot in other people where you can help them, where you can support them, where you can bring them up back to what is their better performance. So stronger emotional self, and then automatically your spirit will start speaking to you. So that's where we say, your intuition will begin to rise. And then there are so many books written that talks about great leaders who handle their entire work, their profession, and their decisions based on their intuition, and that not only help them expand their work, but also it in a matter of crisis, it saved so many lives just because of their single decision, and which came from the spirit, who knows so much, who has an experience of many past lives. So that comes in, when a people who we say wise people, they're wise because somewhere they're connected to that part of them which is developed within the period of many lifetimes. So we can connect to that part when mind and emotion are well sorted, strengthened, then spirit. And one of the things definitely helps is obviously meditation, to connect to yourself. Like in the beginning of the session you said, um, me being me, being me, and expressing the way I feel. Now that is one of the qualities of how the spirit is. So does it respond to your question, or um, I can wind up?
Yeah, yeah. So it was perfect. You've answered it absolutely fine. So let us summarize this session with your final words. Let us know your final words, your guru mantra, your message to the audience, please.
Cool. So one of the thing is, never define your achievements in the parameter of success or failure. Be a constant learner, and that's what this is something that I do for myself. So that. Second thing is, have something in your life where you enjoy, where you have, your heart dances. One thing in a day, in a week. Third thing, and this is one of my favorite dialogue, I use it many times. We might have heard it before, and that is from the movie Three Idiots, and that's success ke पीछे पीछे मत भागो दोस्त, excellence के पीछे भागो, success जख मार के पीछे आएगी.
Very true.
So yeah, run behind excellence. Success will automatically follow.
So that was amazing. You have nailed it. आपने एकदम सही बताया कि सक्सेस पे पीछे मत भागो. Very rightly said. So audience, you can be in touch with Nirali. This is her YouTube channel. This is her email ID and contact numbers. You can connect on LinkedIn. You can search with Nirali Shah, the alchemist of change. You can find her on Instagram also, and you can definitely be in touch with her. Thank you, Nirali, for joining in today's session. It was amazing session. We have learned so many things, and we would definitely like to have you again and again.
Thank you. Take care and bye bye.
Yeah, thank you so much. Stay in touch. Take care. Yeah. Yes, audience. So this was 44th Expert Talk live session with Nirali Shah. It was amazing session on self management for better work management. I'm sure आप लोगों को काफ़ी कुछ इसमें से इंस्पिरेशन मिला होगा, काफ़ी कुछ चीज़ें सीखने के मिली होगी. And we are moving on with one after another session every Friday 5 p.m. ये 44th सेशन है. हमारे आगे के 55 सेशन तक प्लान हो चुके हैं. तो डू ट्यून इन एवरी फ्राइडे 5 p.m. विदाउट फील. आप हमारे YouTube चैनल से देख रहे हैं तो सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, प्रेस द बेल आइकॉन फॉर आवर रेगुलर अपडेट्स. अगर आप फेसबुक और या लिंक्डइन पे देख रहे हैं तो follow us there for our regular updates. Audience, this session was powered by Post Resume HR Consultancy. We are a recruitment consultancy since 2007, providing recruitment services across India, Africa, and Gulf. So do contact us if you are looking for any job related assistance. We would be happy to help you. If you are a corporate and looking for talent solutions for your organization, then do connect us. We will definitely help you with the best of talent solutions. So stay tuned. Take care. Greetings of this festival season. uh, आपको अभी से 15 अगस्त की इंडिपेंडेंस डे की शुभकामनाएं. जय हिंद, जय भारत, वंदे मातरम. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे 5 PM. टिल देन टेक केयर. थैंक यू.